Hi, this is Johnny. I went and redid all the images, and so I'm going to try to see if I could put all this on the Google Drive. But I went and took all the CD game out, and so you don't have any CD game, meaning that no PlayStation, no Neo Geo CD. So we're going to test one game per each console to make sure everything works before I release this and make sure all the artwork is correct. So looks like it's working. So no Sega CDs, no Sega 32X, no Neo Geo CD. So all those are being taken out from the console. So you don't have to try to find space to put everything in there. So those CD game that if you wanted to have it on your console, you just have to go to Telegram, and you just join the Telegram group, and then you will have to do an add-on, because not everybody's going to have a 400 gigabyte USB. I mean, that's a cost a lot of money. That might even cost like a foot and a feet, because those are SD card or USB drive that is not cheap to try to put 400 gigabyte of USB flash drive. So what I'm doing is this image, it will be a full image where you don't have to go download any, you don't have to go to do any add-on. You just pretty much what you see here, you could play it, and it's all going to be here. So you just unzip it. I recommend using 7-zip to unzip this, and please, before you do anything, make sure you park your system on Neo Geo full set. On the first one, when you first come in, the first one you see, select it, press A button, then turn off your system. And if you want to double check it, see if you go to the stock firmware. Okay, don't leave it like don't turn it off during the middle of like I'm doing right now, in the middle of my testing. Don't just leave it just like that. If you do that and you try to change this image have a big update, it will make your system have black screen. Okay, because the photo structure is matching with the HyloStick theme, where the photo structure is put back the way it was before with the language. So please park your system before you do any kind of image changing. Okay, because the image that this one have is very different from the previous image, so it will give you black screen if you don't follow the instruction I just gave you. That please leave the system on Neo Geo full set before turn the power off, and then back up your data first. After you back it up, then you can format your SD card to FAT32, then transfer the new image on it. Okay, so do a brand new install, remove everything from your SD card and put all the new stuff in there. So this is the Neo Geo Pocket that I'm testing right now, and it looks like it's working just fine. Now we did the last version that I released earlier ago, the Neo Geo Pocket do not work because I copied the wrong information over when I was restoring my data. So your Neo Geo Pocket do not work. If you have downloaded like 2 days ago, it might not work on your Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color. So just FYI, just letting you know. So this version, I'm testing everything to make sure everything is working before I give it to you. Last time I did not test everything, I just go through the list. and then I find out that Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color did not work. So but there's no you don't really need to re-download everything again. Just download, just go to Neo Geo Pocket Color and Neo Geo Pocket link, and just download just those two folder. The two, actually there's only one link for both. Just download that, put that into your ROM folder, and it should start working. Delete the old one you downloaded from the pack, okay, and then it should be okay. Oh, I test the color one too. This is the color one. I thought I was testing the black and white. Okay, black and white is the after number 40, and all this is the black and white here. So let's test, I guess let's test this one. Now, once you join the Telegram, then you could click on the, first you have to click on the invite. Invite will allow, will give you access, and then once you are in the group, in the chat, then you could click on the link that was provided to you. Then it will take you to the place where you, the location where you could download all this. And please use PC 7-zip. You will get several zip files. Only one you need is the first one. When you unzip that first one, you will look for the rest of the ROM. So don't get patented. I know you guys are used to just seeing one ROM. Oh yeah, choose 3 different characters. Duh. Okay. I guess that won't be first, that won't be third. Yeah, the screen is a lot bigger than normally you are used to because it is stretched to 16:9. It's not doing a 4:3 ratio, and there's no way to go around changing it. So just FYI, because this is the beta version of the Retro, so I have no way of changing it. The people who gave it to us, the hack team, the hacker. That's all they gave us, and they pretty much say they're not going to work on it no more. That's it. This is the last chapter of the hack that they're releasing. So this is the latest version. If you want to call it version 1.2 or version 1. Version 1.3 or version 2, whatever you want to call it. To me, I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you want to call it, make you happy. But this is a retro version 1.9. That's what we are using. So I personally call it the HyloHack RetroArch version 1.9. The retro is the back end, and this is the back end of the Linux operating system. So there's 2 back end that you could pick from. This is the one a lot of people prefer, which is the ratio is based on the game chords. So if it's a vertical, it will be vertical. If it's horizontal, it will be horizontal. It's not stretch. But like the one we saw, the Neo Geo Pocket, that is stretch. That's using RetroArch, and we don't have control of changing that. Sad to say, we don't. And plus, if you're using the Linux operating system emulator, you could use the main flash, and you could play different joystick. But the 6 buttons are not supported. Now the Retro support the 6 button, but here's the catch. You have to buy another Neo Geo arcade stick if you want to play 2-player, and you are stuck with the Neo Geo arcade stick. You're not able to use Maple Flash to play retro game, and it's not supported. And plus, you're not able to use a different joystick other than Neo Geo arcade stick. So just FYI, this new update is nice to able to play different console, other than the Genesis and Nintendo console and arcade. But you get to, you get to play PC engines game, and you get to play Turbo 16. And you're able to play Atari game here, like Atari Lynx. You could play all kind of different console in here. But right now, the only one that I put out is the Atari Lynx and Capcoms and arcade. Now the arcade, the one I'm releasing are the one that is running. I'll be also putting out another version. It's called ArcadeLover, which is only have arcade only, no home counseling. So that will be coming out as well. So all the game here are using the Linux operating system. So as you can see, it's a vertical screen, and if you prefer that, then don't change it to retro, just leave it like that. Now the last one I did change it to retro because those games play kind of lag and slow, so I did change those games to play in the RetroArch. So some of the game will not play vertically, it will play horizontal, even though the game looks just like this one, but instead of playing it vertically, the game will be horizontal. And the reason we did that is to allow you to have the game, able to play the game without it being glitching or a sound issue. So those are the couple games that so there's good and bad about this new update is that well, I look at it more of a better things because you get the option to choose different option. The new stuff is new stuff, new bug, new issue. So those kind of stuff we can't really go about it, because if you think about it, we didn't have it before. So now we have it. So it's not really something we could complain because we don't have it. We don't have that option before. Now we do. So this kind of game right now are working, but is in playing using RetroArch using May 2010. So let me give you an example of what it looked like. Those games, now there are some games that actually got improved, like Space Harrier. You could play horizontal now. You have a controller that you can actually move it around, and then Michael Jackson now play better. Okay, this one played normal because this is a horizontal game, so it's play horizontal. So I'm just gonna exit out. I was gonna show you the other one, the vertical one. Alright, this is using Final Burnout 2012. Maybe this is the one that is sideways. But we have game, yeah, this is the one that plays sideways. But I did reconfigure your controller, so your up is up, your down is down, your left is left, your forward is forward and back. So there's no confusing. I did reconfigure your joystick so you can able to play this without any issue. So you're going forward, you go back, it's the same way, go up and go down. So your joystick is being configured with this game, so you shouldn't have any issue playing this game. It's just that, it's a horizontal. It's better to be playing horizontal than have this game all stretch out and look so fat, because when you stretch to horizontal and the game is vertical, it's gonna look funny, Alright, so let's get out of this game. So you have game that before, now Donkey Kong, I didn't touch it, I left it the way it was because you cannot play Donkey Kong horizontal because it's a vertical game, so I couldn't able to change it. There's nothing I could do. Like I say, this retro, it have good and plus, but all the stuff that we know about RetroArch, the features, the shadow, the shading, the the other one called scan line, all that stuff, it do not work on this beta. It's just a back end that run the emulator, run the game. it do not have any feature came with the RetroArch. Now, I'm not the hacker, so I can't really tell you why it doesn't have it, or how we go about getting it back. I don't know, because I didn't compile the retro to work with Hylo. Somebody did, and I don't know how to do it. So this is what you get, what you see, what you get. But hey, the bright side is at least we're able to play, play it. Some of the game that we cannot play before, we could play it now. So some of the game like Sega Genesis that you run into that do not work now should work, because we are running the whole Sega Genesis on RetroArch. Same thing with all the home consoling. Now, if you don't like the game stretch, then I will recommend that to put it back to the auto format. And yeah, see, like this one, I don't know. This is supposed to be horizontal vertical because it looked okay to me. So let's see, the control is okay. Okay, control is good. Go up, go down. Yeah, cool. It's gonna get you guys dizzy, man. Those of you who are not into 3D type of shooting, it will give you headache and dizziness. But hey, it's fun. Alright, that's Sega Genesis. So Sega Genesis is working, so we're gonna skip the whole Sega family and go directly to Game Gear. Now, last time I went through the whole list so you can see the different background animation. This time I'm just gonna go straight to the game, test it. It's probably gonna take a 1 hour video recording, but Alright, so this is the animation for it, and let's try something that I know how to play. Oh, okay. I was thinking something else. Let's try the Sega version of the Battletoads, see what it looks like. Oh no, this is a Game Gear version. So I believe it's the 8-bit the game. Yeah, it's kind of pixel looking. So because we don't have a shaded lines, what do you call it? Scan line. Scan line is more like a CT type. The game was made for more of a CRT TV, old TV. So with our TV, we're gonna get to see the pixel, Alright, that's the Game Gear. That's what you get for trying to play the Game Gear big screen, because it's an old game. It's an 8-bit. It's not made for a big LCD screen. So of course, when you play those games, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna look kind of, Now I think Sega Master is gonna be okay, because that is a little bit. Let's see. Let's check it out. This is a Master System. And let's try some more of a action fighting game. There's a Mickey Mouse one. There's some cool title here. I didn't even know they have Forgotten World. Alright, let's try to go to the next. The Sega Master System version. It's like the Sega Master System is like NES. They came out about the same time where NES came out. So it's a yeah, so you have some pixel. Now I'm using an IPS screen, so those of you who put it on a regular TV, it's gonna be worse than what you are seeing from what I'm seeing on my screen. I mean, to me, if you want to play old retro game, you might want to as well get an IPS screen. IPS screen is like almost, you know, you could look at it like an iPhone 4S type of screen. And they look better, you know, they look better with a smaller screen with IPS. But when you get a bigger screen, if you don't get an IPS screen, it's gonna look terrible. The pixel is gonna be so noticeable. You're like, what? See, if I zoom in, see how the pixel is? Yours gonna probably look like that, worse than mine, because I'm using IPS. And if you're not using IPS, it's gonna look bad. Just FYI. So, my opinion is, should you go out and get a Neo Geo because you saw this wonderful image? I probably would skip it. Honestly, there's a lot of console out there that's a lot better to play retro game, like Raspberry Pi or Mrs. or something, and Orange Pi or whatever. They have so many different Pi out there that you could get. So you don't have to get Neo Geo. I mean, Neo Geo is for people who's a Neo Geo fan. So I don't know why more people want to put different game system on it. It's like, stick with Neo Geo, man. You bought this for Neo Geo. Why are you putting other console on it? So there will be a console just Neo Geo and Capcom Arcade. So you get to arcade experience with arcade joystick. Because if you're gonna play this kind of console, it's better off just go get, you know, a Raspberry Pi and put Raspberry Pi. There's so many Raspberry Pi image out there. They did such a wonderful job on it, and it is so cool. Just, you know, the front end looks so cool. The game don't have any issue. They tested, so it's real nice. Now, I'm only a one person. I try my best to get this image to you, but I can't test every single game. Normally, if a game works, it's supposed to work. So just, you know, especially if we're using RetroArch. So more likely, if a game is working, it should be working. So my jump is my A, and my C is my punching. Okay. And this one look not bad. This actually look good for Super NES. See, Super NES and Genesis, they are 16-bit. So those games look good. There's no issue with it. Alright, let's get out this game. So we tested the NES, now we're going to test the we tested the Super NES, now we're going to test the NES. Which one should we test? I don't know which one. Donkey Kong, maybe? Alright, so here's the problem with this one. This is supposed to be a vertical game. So if you don't like it, I'm gonna show you how to go change it. Okay, so this is an NES game. So you want to change it, you have to change in the ROM info.txt and put it back to emulator. Because if you use retro, this is what it look like. Because the game is stretch. And I mean, to me, a shooting game is a shooting game. It doesn't matter how wide you get. I mean, the planes still look fine. I mean, the Buddha is still round. I mean, still, well, it's not totally round, but well, to me, it's fine. I have no problem with it. I mean, the game still play the same. It's just wider, you know, because we have an LCD screen. We don't have a box anymore, TV box like we used to during the old time. So yeah, I mean, the pixel look fine. One thing I like about arcade game is, well, this is not arcade, but this is an 8-bit, like the Sega Master we just played. They look good. So NES is a good game to put in the RetroArch. Like if you're building an arcade cabinet or modding an arcade cabinet, NES, Sega Master, those are good to put on the console because the pixel is still good, and plus the screen is smaller, and so the pixel look much better than you put it on a big TV. So whenever you put on a big TV, of course you're gonna get to see all the pixel and all that stuff. So let's try Game Boy Advance. So this is my Happy Easter today, Sunday. Happy Easter, everybody. And so I'm going to get this out to you before Easter is over, before Monday. And it just depends how long it takes to upload this. Okay, it shouldn't be that bad because I remove all because CD take a lot of space. CD just plain take up too much space, too much. So I'm going to move those out so you guys could enjoy it without have to like trying to find space or buy another SD card, you know, just for this. And at the same time, I don't want you guys get disappointed. It's like, what? This is RetroArch? It look terrible, and I spend money buy a bigger SD card for this. So, so yeah. So try this. See if you like it first, and if you do, then you could go get you know other console, CD console, and put in here. Yeah, Dreamcast tend to tell you a storyline. I don't know why. Now this one, yeah, you can see the pixel. It's not that great. So let me zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about. See that pixel thing? If you can live with that, hey, you know, sit far away. Don't sit so close. Like I'm sitting so close, I can see all the pixel. Yeah, you're not gonna like it because it's so pixel, and then there's nothing we could do. You know, I'm not trying to sell this to you. I'm just a person trying to create image so you guys can have fun, stay home, have fun and chill. You know, stay away from COVID-19 so you won't get sick. So those kind of stuff, you know. But okay, where's my jump button? Oh, my jump button is always on E. Okay. Now I can't see because zoom in too close. Alright, let's get out of this game. So yeah, if you don't like that pixel to be so big, you could change it, and I'll show you how to do it at the end of the video. It is so easy to do it. And then once you change it, save it, and then you will play those games in old emulator. You could replace it all if you want. And now some of the game you do have to use retro, some of the home console, because it just don't load at all. I don't know why. So the emulator is not perfect, so not all the game will work. Like I said, you know, Linux game does not always play well. So some game play very well, and some game just don't even load up. So that's why you have retro. Now retro, one thing good about retro is the Sega Genesis, PlayStation, or the you could actually play 6 button. But that's one thing good about retro. But the bad thing is we cannot change the size of the game. So we get stuck with a stretching screen. So my understanding is the hacker, and they are retiring from hacking this. They feel that it's time to retire from this, so they're not going to do any more new update on this. Yeah, I already talked to some of the hack team who modded the Neo Geo arcade stick. They pretty much told me that no, they're not going to do it no more. They're just going to chill. All right. So we're down in the finish NES. We're gonna, oh no, we do Game Boy Color just now. And the last one is Game Boy for the Nintendo console. And then we're gonna go to the, now it's real cool to go and get that's my game plan. When I save enough money, I want to get the Nintendo Switch. And man, whenever I get a new console, I buy crazy stuff. I mean, I would spend a lot of money on it because I wanted to play some of those old arcade retro game on it. So yeah, I already purchased some for my daughters. All the Neo Geo game that they have, man, I purchased it because it's. I mean, when the price go down, they're a very reasonable price, you know. And to me is, they're also one thing good about it is they don't just put the game there. They modify, they make it better. So that's one thing cool about it is that when Nintendo put a game out there, the old retro game, they actually modify and they actually make the game. Alright, what did I do? Did I pause it? Yeah, I did. Pause the game. There's so many buttons. One thing I don't like about is the button is on the side. I can't even see what I'm pushing. Sometimes I push the wrong button. Alright, that's how it looked like. It's very pixel. If you look that close, you can't even tell, is that, what is that, a human or caveman? I don't know. Alright. I know it's very exciting when somebody hacked the system. You could play more than one console. You're like, hey, I got my money worth. I could play more console. But they are not the best, okay? They are not the best to mod it for home consoling. So I will be putting another version out where it won't have no home consoling. It will be mainly just arcade game, okay? That will be coming. This one will be removing all the CD game because CD game is nice, but can this machine really handle it? I mean, some game, yeah, but not all the game. So is it worth, I mean, if you want to save your money, I know, yeah, save your money. Don't go out and buy a 400 gigabyte SD card just because you know, Johnny has some cool game put out there. Oh my goodness, this one is play vertically. How do you play this one vertically? This is not a vertical game. I mean horizontally. It looks like it's been moved to horizontal game. See that? So yeah, this one definitely you will have to use. Now some game you could change it to using an emulator like this one. Okay. No, this is Atari. You cannot change this. You have to play sideways. I don't know. You probably could because it's. You probably could play sideways on this one. See? Yeah, this one you could play sideways. Yeah, up is right, down. Yeah, you could play it. The control is in the right direction. How'd I get through here? But the pixel is just killing me. Can't even tell. It's like a square box moving around with a finger sticking out. Alright. Yeah, this one you cannot change it because this is, we originally do not even have the ability to play Linux Atari game. So yeah, sad to say that, yeah, the game is stretched, so it's not. Oh, by the way, that if in case you guys haven't seen this is created by Simpson, Samuel Simpson. He go by Samuel Simpson, like Simpson the game, you know, the video game Simpson, the animation cartoon. He the one who created this background theme, okay? And so I bring that over, and so some of the stuff I had to take away in order to combine it with the add-on, because he created where it's independent by itself, standalone. So what I did is I merged it so that you could play, you could put it together with other console. So that was his creation. I want him to get the credit. I didn't create that background or all that stuff. He did, and help information, all that is still there on the system. Okay, so now we are going the last two console, Turbo 16 Now, Turbo 16 play well. It doesn't matter which kind of TV you have. That's what I like about TurboGrafx. I grew up with TurboGrafx when I was, yeah, I was about, actually, I already passed my teenager age, believe it or not. Yes, I am that old. Okay, so let's try some. Let's try a game that is not. Well, there are most of the game here. It play well anyway. I want to see if we can play some vertical game on a horizontal screen. Yeah, this is actually a vertical game, but we are playing on a horizontal screen, which not bad. I mean, if you never play Turbo 16 game, you probably not even notice. Now, see the pixel on this is not bad. You know, so even though it's been, I think this is also a 16-bit type of game. Yeah, PC Engine and Turbo 16, they are 16-bit. So yeah, they play well, same like Sega Genesis, and they look good too. What did I go? I thought that was a. I went after to the bullet instead of. I thought that was like a point, you know, bonus up or power up. Talking, not even thinking what I'm doing. There you go, get that. There you go, got more power up. Yeah, I mean it's a vertical game, but it play okay. I mean it look good, you know. So. Well, how do I shoot the other button? There you go. Kill those dragon, man. Oh, almost got hit. I got hit again. Lost my special power. Where's this bug coming from? Like a big mosquito, man. I'm gonna die. Yep. Alright, so I love Turbo 16 and a type of game. Alright, so last one to go, and then we're going to go to the computer and check out how to change some of those games, like the one we just saw, back to normal, so we could play the regular normal game. And then the last one, so they all look like it's working. So I'm gonna go ahead and start zip this up, and hopefully it will fit on my Google Drive. Hope so. I know the ArcadeLover version will fit on a Google Drive. So, okay, this one we know is also a vertical game. But let's see how the Turbo 16 handle it. Turbo 16 handle it pretty well. See the graphic, the line is not pixel. Even if I zoom in, it's not pixel, you know. Yeah, see the line look real pretty. See, no issue, man. Zoom in, yeah, see, that's what I like about Turbo 16 game. You can play the Turbo 16 game anytime, anywhere. It's so sad that Turbo 16 went out of business because their idea and their design was, you know, it was good. It's just they couldn't get the game out on time to USA, so they wound up had to shut down. But they have a lot of game in Japan. It's just they couldn't get the game over to US. I don't know why. I guess maybe their games are more kind of the, you know, some of the game might not appropriate, and they have to take out the blood or something. Because during the old time, a little bit of blood it was not okay. You know, American people in USA, they see some blood, the mom's gonna say, you know, they're gonna get mad, so they take those out, you know. Which I don't blame them. I mean, you don't want to see a little kid see all this blood, you know, coming out, especially the one called Splatter House. Chopping the monster's head off and all that stuff. Yeah, during that time, it wasn't appropriate to have those kind of stuff. So, but yeah, they're pretty cool. I like it. All right, let's go check out let's go into the computer Now before I turn it off, even for me, before I give you the image, I have to make sure I select game, I select this one, okay, and then I power off. If I don't do that and I give you this image, you're gonna have crazy black screen like left and right. It will not work. Okay, now the second thing I want to test to make sure I'm doing it correctly, I'm going to power it off, power it on, and this is the step I really want you guys to follow this step. Okay, if you don't, you're gonna get black screen. You're gonna say, Johnny, why am I getting black screen? I'm gonna look at you like, well, did you follow my step, my suggestion? Okay, so the next step is NeoGeo ASPh. Press enter. Now this image, I'm not going to include the CD key. I'm not going to include any hack. It is just an image. So if you want to get a hack, you will have to go to Telegram and download it from a different subway link. Because I'm trying to reduce the size so that people could get this. So I'm not going to include those. So see, this one I already remember I did a patch. It originally came with 20 games, and when you do the CD key, it will go up to 40. So this is called a stock firmware. Stock firmware, okay? And this is the original firmware before we do any hack to it. And that's all the game it comes with, is the 40 game. So if you could do that, then you're in good shape. So I mean, everything is done correctly, okay? So all the game that you see today, it will all work. All right. So you don't have to like, okay, Johnny, what game I'm missing? No, you don't have to ask me that. Okay. Now those people want to add the other game, you could do an add-on. All right, let's go over the PC, and I'll show you how to change some of the game. So we're gonna power it off, and we're gonna go over there.